Didn't want to deal with Godlike, but finds GK instead and not going to make it to the next circle. Rock Esports here. We see Vaxlon and Downs going under some significant fire, and they're trying to hold on. We deny the kickstart and hold on to see another bit. Into the portal we go, and the swing onto Rock, and that's crazy. Knock drops him.
Yeah, we're down to our final 4 squads right now. Unreal Nightmare trying to send it on to GK. With dropped already gone, they're fighting a man down. That's going to be another one. Keon falls as well. Knocked in a 1v3. Not much to do here. Unreal Nightmare will clean that up for Team Falcons and All Gamers Global, though. The kickstart into the air. They'll be able to bubbles down. Imperial Howl tries to go for that climb up, but the EMP is going to slow him down. There's Gilderson with the peaks, takes one down as Yanya trades on back Falcons in a 2v2, but All Gamers Global try to turtle up. And luckily, because of the reset on the other side for Unreal Nightmares, Team Falcons were given a lifeline here to try and go for the reset, but there's the EMP.
And now you see the push coming in. Hal is still down, but I love that Guild gets the barrel to block the door. Still, Rails answering back with some of the gas traps himself, and they are turtled up behind the wall, just looking for angles. Rails, no shields. And it's the exact same fight that we just witnessed the Falcons take on AG Global. This time, Unreal Nightmares goes, the tables have turned.
Yeah, just shooting fish in a barrel, or falcons in a barrel, I guess. I don't know how you get them in there. All Gamers Global, though, have to deal with multiple squads around them, and they've utilized a lot of their defensive measures here. So without a clear back, they can't quite punish Falcons, who are looking for that reset. And I think they might be able to get it.
Floating, an absolute menace with an infinite ammo G7 Scout. AG Global down. Into the top 5 we go. Falcons are trying their best to recover and take down Crazy Thieves with Shopify Rebellion and floating at their backs. But now, this is still looking like a good game. The fact that Team Falcons are doubling down and making it to endgame as well is really nice. But here's another push. And the Maggie drill is eating.
They're able to get to up to a full 3, but you can see pressure coming out from Revival there. Imperial Howl survives. He's got 5 seconds to top himself off, but unfortunately he's going to eat these riot drills coming out. Shopify Rebellion with the Maggie pick has gotten so much value.
We're farming, and now you also have the Valks queuing your location, Revivals moving in just ahead and staring exactly at your positioning. Falcons are not going to survive this push, and they are going to keep getting pressured. But Revival walking out is allowing Shopify Rebellion to focus straight on them. They should walk away with a ton of kills here.
Riot Drill, we've got the ball ready to go. JDG have already lost out on their Gibraltar, though, so they're not going to have to use that to take it out, as Shopify Rebellion will help clean up JD Gaming. It's their final squads left, and it's Shopify Rebellion with a great move out from that bike depot. Great game for SR.
Now we have to decide to move and what that's going to look like, because all of the altar portals are making this fight insane. The Maggie Ball shreds through the dome, and now everyone is just pointing. GK has fallen to the top 4 we go, but here comes the next challenger. Shopify Rebellion looks to clean things up. The knock on to Vaxlon comes through, and Zap just barricades in with the L-Star. They go to the high ground, though, so a fencing is to occur.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit earlier than I thought Shopify was going to move in. Maybe they thought they were gonna have an easier third-party opportunity there to try and finish whoever was left after that fight, but now they are in it. They are in the trenches, and Revival are the team on the outside looking to see if they can maybe get a little bit of an angle here.
Okay. I mean, look, this is now Revival's chance to move in. It's just going to come down to what they decide to do underneath. Does like Shopify Rebellion not come out at all and just take angles through the window? Godlike is gonna stare at Revival if they peek out too far, and MT just wants to invest the defensive bombardment. Yeets right one on their face. Okay, bots and pylon down, super nice.
That's going to be huge for Revival, making sure that that was completely wasted on behalf of Godlike. So that's going to be massive. They've got a nice angle to hide behind this rock as well. And you can see that Godlike want to try and go for it, because this could be the only opportunity to get this KP.
and they're down. They're looking for a wall, and they're trying to connect with them. Revival has 12 kills right now and are looking so good. Down goes another defensive bombardment out from the inside of the bubble, but it's down. And look at Shopify Rebellion. They leave the building, and they get eviscerated. It's Godlike and Revival for the final.
What an amazing job of defending their position on behalf of Revival. Godlike have now moved up on the high ground, and still Revival are absolutely shredding through them. I mean, Godlike with the turnaround there at the end. We need to talk about this, Tiff, because Godlike wins match 4.
Godlike's got a wall down as well. Here comes more defensive bombardments, and Crazy Thieves have to extend their own. Yeah. Godlike is being destroyed. Jen's bombardment just ate them. The fact they timed that, as soon as the bubble goes down, he's like, all right, good luck, see ya.
Shopify looking for this angle onto GK. They're backed up into a corner, and that riot drilled this so much. GK can't even answer back finally with the volley out, but that's not going to be enough. Bubble has been utilized here. Unfortunately, Shopify Rebellion can't close the gap. They don't have the Maggie Ball to really capitalize off of that, but you can see GK feeling under pressure. They try to move up into the next bit of coverage, as we do have Revival trying to peek out with the bubble of their own. Keon gets that wall down in time to try and stop some of the aggression out here from Shopify Rebellion, but Crazy Thieves turn on to HBM, and with the help of Shopify Rebellion, will knock them out. Now we've got 2 separate 3v3s taking place. Shopify Rebellion and Crazy Thieves on the north side, GK and Revival possibly to face off there on the south.
Well, this is where you kind of want to make sure that Koi has the Maggie Ball available. You know Gent is locked in on the Gibby. He's taken some members out of HBM with the Gibby ult. He did the same thing prior. So knowing that that is still the potential for it, you want to avoid it. And Shopify Rebellion doesn't have a lot of space. Okay, good. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. We're going to get the Maggie Ball here. And the riot drill goes in as they take to the sky.
All right, we'll see where Crazy Thieves end up landing. They know that GK and Revival are right there, but Shopify Rebellion don't give them too much of an opportunity. Here's the first ball out from Koiful. Doesn't quite connect as another team takes to the sky. This time around, it's going to be GK Esports, and it's just Shopify Rebellion watching all of these teams in the air. Mello gets a knock on to Crazy Thieves. Crazy Thieves will fall on their landing. Shopify Rebellion have GK on top of them, and it's all Revival.
The fact that GK just slams down on Shopify Rebellion, it gives Revival the win. They swarm in, so long as they don't scam the Newcastle reset trying to come through, but the breach charge, it does the damage, and Revival, they go again. They take the win. They tried to get it in match number 3. They get a second, but this is how you withstand the pressure.
It's up against Shopify Rebellion, who have really been standing, 10 toes down throughout our series, as we have a move out for Purple Slushy. Crook taking a lot of damage there. Unreal Nightmare ends up going down to our final 4 squads. Dinos and Purple Slushy on top of each other. GK trying to maneuver and find an angle onto Shopify Rebellion here. We're in a very similar situation like we had in match number 4, but it's going to be Dinos taking the aggression on over towards Purple Slushy. It's a 1-for-1 exchange as Chaos ends up going down. Shopify Rebellion looking for the third party. Crook gets the thirst, and that's Dinos out. Purple Slushy in top 3.
I mean, this is huge for Purple Slushy. Not only the placement points, but the KP they've picked up along the way. Meanwhile, Shopify now on the low ground, looking to see if they can maybe get an angle on any of the teams above them. They opt to hold here for now. GK moving around on the eastern side of this circle, and Purple Slushy with the most cover right now, but they will have to drop down with Shopify right underneath them.
And we have 3 different compositions here at the end. Purple Slushy will have access to the Catalyst Wall. We've got the Mad Maggie Ball for Shopify Rebellion, and for GK, it's going to come down to that Nox Gas Grenade. Both GK and SR will have, of course, the Seer ultimate to utilize as well, and it's more of Purple Slushy now playing this one a little bit blind without that Seer.
And you can see that GK are looking to be extra annoying to Purple Slushy right now, and that's perfect for Shopify. Less ideal for Purple Slushy, as they only have a few more moments before they're going to have to make their decision on how to handle this. They drop down as I say that and decide to wrap to the eastern side. They almost make their way across. 2 are able to survive until I say that. Then they're just down to a solo right now. But GK did a really good job of following up on that movement. They decide to continue their push in and drop down behind Shopify, who's already eliminated Purple Slushy.
Yeah, Seer ultimate's down as well. They are working with perfect information on this fight. Koi challenging on the other side, not taking a lot of damage, but it's gonna be Keon charging forward. Trade for trades though, bringing it down just to not here in this final fight in a 2v1. Shopify Rebellion in match number 5 will take their second win of the day. Godlike though, MT
The Maggie
gets
Ball.
pushed back. And there's the push out now from HBM, but Godlike will back away. The Wraith Portal keeping them alive for now.
Straight
but
to
GK are waiting for this the whole time. And it's going to be Keon to get the first knock onto Slayer there. Eating a lot of damage from the Riot Drill. It's AG Global being an absolute nuisance up top, but they stabilize and they hold on to their position. Now we're down to our top 4 with Godlike going down.
All I know is GK is like, dude, don't involve me in this fight, Godlike. Like, just stay over there. That portal play was crazy. I think they pull at least 1 kill out of it. Exhibit down, and AG Global back to the top we go. Matter of time before they have to drop down. Oh, the portal's gone. You just have to yeet. Okay, bye. We took so much damage. Aguara is half health, and we get the supply bins for coverage here. Behind the wall. Niazol, perfect timing on that.
There's enough time for GK to get their res and get back up to a full 3. Huss looking to gatekeep up against HBM, who haven't fully committed out of Downed Beast quite yet. And now AG Global drop down to the low. GK charge forward, barrels down. They get challenged on the right, and now they're getting pinched. GK Esports getting picked apart.
Dropped is down, Nox survives, prolongs the inevitable down to the final 3, and there are trades across the way. GK, Huss, and HBM. GK's out of here. Huss and HBM, the final bosses of match number 6. The Maggie Ball down, yeets them throughout, and can Dupe and Deeds hold on to this? Huss take game number 6.
Dupe finishes it off. Fantastic there for Huss, getting the last win of the day in the regular split as well. Man, handily, they just don't have the space right now, as because of the presence of Pixel Lumina, they are kind of forced to play over here to make sure that they don't get walked up on. The altar really does change things, as at any point you can get flanked easily by a Q, and I think that is the big thing. Pixel Lumina is down there in the lower floor, ready to queue on up at any point, and so HM are able to utilize that to gain map control right now here for the final circle.
Yeah, they've got the entire western side. They're able to play back on that kind of hedge line. We do find the last remaining player there from a Kleepneve Pro, so it's down to the final 3, and they are all full teams. Immediately, though, Zod gets his shields ripped off him, has to focus on getting that back up. Kickstart is available, but we're just gonna hold angles here because we don't need to do anything. The remaining 2 teams are going to be on opposite sides of them.
Yeah, again, that constant threat for VP, having to deal with Pixel Lumina right underneath them. And I think HM are also aware of that as well. But it's just VP waiting to see when this queue up comes. Here's the first EMP. Pixel Lumina drops on in, but it's VP easily clearing them up. Taskmaster needs that armor swap for himself, and HM now come in for that third party. And it was just unfortunate. HM bide their time, will finish them off and get the first win of the day.
That's insane.
Mamma Mia gets taken out. Taskmaster will get picked up as well. They've got plenty walls to play off of that. As the Sheila for VP keeps them alive for now, getting a knock onto Staga. DSK tries to walk this one in, but VP are able to stabilize off of that one. Maybe even pick up 3 kill points for themselves. We're now down almost to 4 squads here, as 4Fun Esports are looking for the third party.
Yeah, DSK kind of signed their death warrant moving into Awakened because Awakened pushed off and then went straight into VP for fun. After that Valk ult, they had a large majority of space, but VP staying alive has been such a nuisance for absolutely everyone. Instead, Awakened full sends in and takes L-Stars towards the face, a Riot Drill to try and stave it off. Micey, 1v1 against Prestus, who's 5 HP to Dream, and he holds it! Awakened falls down to the top 3.
Oh boy, and he's able to come in for the third party, but no, VP ends up going down at third. It's 4Fun Esports versus Elite EU, and For Fun Esports has been setting up this fight for a while. They already got a knock early on onto Elite EU. Is an easy cleanup for them. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We have 3 different compositions heading into this final endgame between HM, Elite, and For Fun. But ultimately, it might be the utility that For Fun Esports have. Having the Gibraltar, the bubble, along with the defensive bombardment might be enough. There's some knocks onto Zod as HM ends up getting eliminated. So it comes down to a clean 3v3. Elite EU versus For Fun Esports. For Fun do have the ring to their back right now, kind of backs away with that first Nitro Gate. That's only 1 defensive bombardment out. We'll see if they can get a little bit closer. You can see that henchman gets a lot of value off that pylon, kind of looks from the angle, gets a lot of damage off the Tyler and swings right on in. They're backed up into a corner, forcing out that bubble, but the Nitro Gate there to throw the reverse Uno onto them. Is now Elite EU. They've got the man advantage. They're looking to finish things all off, and Elite EU do learn from that last game. They'll come back here in match number 3 to close things out here on Olympus to get the win. So now Pixel Luminous trying to choke them out. It's Eclipse Neve Pro on the low ground here. They do have a Gibraltar, and they've got an Alter team right underneath them. They watch out for that. Barrels getting set down. This is going to be a difference. We've got 2 Caustic teams up against a Gibraltar team in Eclipse Neve Pro. And if the fight takes place here on the roof, that defensive bombardment is going to do massive damage, but it looks like Pixel find themselves a small little corner to stay alive.
Barely. I mean, look at the health. And this is what Maggie in a lobby is still doing. You keep riot drilling and throwing the damage and burning them alive. Like, we have to play from such a minimal amount of space. And having that Alter team below you is being really difficult. But around we go and back through. We have to hold on just a bit longer. Audio clutter, visual clutter. The chaos is here.
Another defensive bombardment goes down as the ring starts closing in, and Pixel Lumina now down to just a duo here. They might be able to find out this ramp, but AJ gets 2 knocks. Does he get the full wipe? No. Pixel Lumina just hold on. But will they be able to get the reset here? Eclipse Neve Pro are set on this 3v3 right now as HM try to push out, but Eclipse Neve Pro have the rampart walls down. Unfortunately, they don't have that killer instinct to try and finish things off. They're just going to try and slow play this one with the zone closing in. Pixel Luna are able to only get 1 res here, and Eclipse Neve Pro are able to slow things down enough with that Gibraltar, with the Rampart, secure a win here in game number 4.
Look at the rotate. Mega sets their sights on Alliance. They Nitro Gate through. We've got a team going to high ground, and unlucky, they use the Alter portal straight towards high ground. The triple take is really going to have the angles onto Mega, but we give up space, and Havoc Legends is actually close to Alliance now.
Kind of love this choice out of Mega. It completely took everybody's focus away from them for just a moment, and now everyone's looking at Alliance. Alliance is now in the crosshairs of both of these squads, and they are trying to fend people off as much as they can.
Oh boy. And now they're diverting their attention over towards Havoc Legends.
Oh, he got jumped on.
Here it is. Another re-knock, and Zedon grabs one as well. This is going to be the final 2. It's going to be Mega and Alliance likely fighting because all they're doing is putting pressure on Havoc Legends. Look at Zedon. He's even separated away from Nate and Kiner to make sure that we end Havoc Legends in this game.
Honestly, big brain plays out of Mega right now. Havoc Legends are just kind of forced to see if they can get any KP off of Alliance. It does not happen. They are eliminated, and we are down to our top 2.
And what is Alliance going to do? They have to leave the cover of that building.
Bombardment.
There goes the ultimate. They throw it straight onto Mega. We're not necessarily working there, and there go the jetpacks trying to connect that Valk Q. The electrified dome is out, but you have to think about it this way. Timing of these kind of resources are everything. And unlucky, there's the portal. Here's the play. The information is there, and you have to make it work.
Oh, great angles too out of Alliance as they continue to shred shields, shred through flesh, and they are so healthy on the low side of this rock. Unlucky is destroying all of Mega right now as they continue to force the pressure. Akis does go down though. It's down to a duo now for Alliance to see if they're able to clean this up.
Here comes the repush. The electrified bubble is down, but Aku's already in, and he takes the game win for Alliance.
We were waiting to see when they were going to wake up. Apparently, it was match 5.
Aurora find a knock onto Kaina and finish him off as he just got back on in. 3 men, unfortunately, just slowly getting walked down here. You can see Alliance on the left looking for an angle on them, and so 3 men are going to commit onto this fight.
Oh, they straight swing onto Elite EU, and it pays off in dividends for them. Elite EU is down and out, and 2 more points go the way of 3 men. Now they can kind of revert back to their original positioning, which is basically needing to push Alliance into Aurora, but Aurora are solidified inside that building.
Got a lot of utility here. Different kinds. Aurora have the Bangalore along with the Catalyst wall, but
outside.
the other squads, it's Gibraltar's, it's the Dome of Protection, it's the defensive bombardment ready to go out for them. Early cat wall out here for Aurora to stop this push. And that's just in time as Alliance tried to take that height away from them. They'll use that Q to avoid a lot of this damage out from the defensive bombardments, but this full engage might allow For Fun Esports to come in for the third party.
And it's just Aku, and he can't do enough. Alliance fall, 3 men join them, and now it's Aurora emerging from their coverage against For Fun Esports. Hyarka is down, so keep tabs on that, but For Fun is staying healthy, but they get lit up by the thermite.
Oh, the bodyguard! Oh my God, the bouncer keeping them out! And it's the third man! It's the Bangalore on the ground that just completely deny them an exit. Aurora will take the final win of the day.